Hi, my name is Gina Torino. I'm the Interim Dean of the School of Social Behavioral Sciences and the Harry Van Arsdale Jr. School of Labor Studies. I focus on how microaggressions impact people, for example, in the workplace, because as microaggressions are subtle forms of discrimination, they can impact people adversely, and unknowingly people commit them. And what I try to do is try to mitigate them through spreading the word, through writing some books. I actually have a new book out. It's called Why Are You So Sensitive? Navigating Everyday Unintended Microaggressions. And it actually gets at subtle ways that people do commit microaggressions, but also talks about ways that people can respond to microaggressions and actually help prevent them. Well, what made me choose my career path? In addition to being a dean and a scholar, I'm also a psychologist. And during my training, I became aware of how we all carry subtle biases unknowingly. And one of the ways in which we can actually work on not committing these types of microaggressions is through self-awareness. So I went through a training program which made me really self-aware of areas of my life and my thoughts that were biased, and I really didn't know it. So I really became transformed through that process and decided to commit my whole career to studying this area and doing my work. What drove me to pursue my area of interest was actually gathering awareness that I did have biases, and that it was really important for me, not only personally but professionally, to not be able to discriminate against people. Because as a psychologist, we work with people who want to build trust, and the way to build trust is to be open and honest. So through that process, I learned how to become more self-aware, and through that process to reduce bias in every aspect of my life, personally, professionally, with faculty, with students, and with clients. My favorite project that I've worked on was the original piece that we published in 2007, which is called Racial Microaggressions in Everyday Life. That was actually the first paper that put microaggressions on the map. So what we did is we created examples from the literature, created a taxonomy, and through that publication, since then there have been, I guess, thousands of research studies focused on microaggressions, and that original piece has about over 9,000 citations. And so that, to me, working with my research team really energized me and actually created a path forward. But since then, I've done a couple of different projects. I've now published 2 different books in this area, and I'm working with a team actually at the City University of New York looking at discrimination in LGBT and homeless populations, which is actually quite fulfilling as well. So it's really helped me form my whole agenda in working. We do have opportunities within the School of Social Behavioral Sciences to work with faculty who are doing research. So I think that's an excellent way for students to get their feet wet in terms of what it means to conceptualize a study, design one, and carry it out, do literature reviews, and actually contribute to a potential publication with the faculty. That would actually be very rewarding for students. A moment with a student that really struck me was when I actually started getting little really notes from students, just really a lot of gratitude for the time and energy that I put into mentoring the students. Because I think mentoring is actually quite special and something we do here at Empire State University that's not like other schools. Students get to work with faculty in the field, and when teaching and talking about some de-identified clinical examples, students' faces just light up. They just love it. And they're just so grateful at the end of the course or when they graduate. They're just like, I couldn't have done this without you, and I'm just so appreciative and grateful for everything you've done. And to me, that really warms my heart. It makes me feel like, I'm really in the right place doing the right thing.